San Antonio Spurs swept the Rockets last season, took all 4 games, and Steve, San Antonio has won the last 7 against Houston.
Very difficult matchup for Houston. The Spurs are 23-4 versus the Rockets since Tim Duncan arrived for the 1995-96 season. And it's no coincidence. I mean, he's dominated a lot of people, but this is a team he's really had a lot of success against.
Was a problem with Juwan Howard's mouthpiece. So we had that brief delay, and Rockets control the opening tip. They double up on Yao Ming. Blocked by Nesterovic. Handled by McGrady. Here's Howard. It counts. And the foul. So Juwan Howard is headed to the line.
Emphasis on defense. Of course, the Rockets there as well, perennially. Jeff Van Gundy's teams defend well. I think both coaches have a very similar philosophy as McGrady finally gets one to go.
Yes, those numbers put up there by 2 teams that were coached by Jeff Van Gundy. See, nice move by McGrady to draw the foul. It's called on Brown.
You know, Greg Popovich actually offered Jeff Van Gundy a job about 2 years ago after he had left the Knicks. I think both of them have a similar way of looking at the game of basketball. They want to defend first and foremost. They want to take care of the basketball. They're more inclined to play a slower style. I think in the last couple of years, Popovich has...
Here's McGrady for 3. Tracy McGrady from downtown.
The Spurs knew they were good last night, or maybe the first one they weren't prepared. They were ready last night, and Seattle still took it to them. So I think the Sonics may be for real.
16-3 now. McGrady picking it up. After the slow start, he has 8 points, and the Rockets lead by 10. In San Antonio, has done the job shooting from downtown. He's 11 of 22 from beyond the 3-point line. And Tracy McGrady, after the slow start, has come on. Tracy has 10 points. Yao Ming's game with the setups. Yao is 10 of Houston's last 12 points. Rockets up by 4. Coming up on 2.5 remaining in the first half. McGrady showing confidence. 12 points for Tracy McGrady, along with 7 rebounds and 3 steals. Well, at halftime, Manu Ginobili leading the way for San Antonio with 13. Yao Ming has 13. Tracy McGrady has 12. Let's go to Craig with Tracy.
Well, Tracy, as a 2-time defending scoring champion, what's your assessment of this game that's 38-34 at intermission?
It was definitely a great defensive game. This team is working for every shot, and we're just trying to make it hard on them. You know, the one thing I think people misunderstand about San Antonio, it is Tim Duncan, but it's those guys do a great job of driving and kick. And I think a lot of teams get caught up into trying to double team Tim Duncan. Those other guys are making plays, driving, drawing everybody in and kicking out and knocking down shots.
Does Bruce Bowen get under your skin when he tries to guard you so closely?
Hey, he's a pest, man. He's one of the great defensive players in this league, and he make you work for everything, and it's a challenge.
All right, thanks a lot. The score right now, 38-34, the Rockets with a lead.
They won their last 2 after dropping 5 straight wins over Philadelphia and New Orleans. They double up on McGrady as Ginobili came over to help. Here's McGrady drawing the foul. So Tracy will head to the line.
McGrady was bailed out there by Nesterovic, but Bowen did an excellent job there. He did what players call pull the chair out from under the offensive player. McGrady was anticipating the contact, and you'll see on the replay, watch Bowen just back up. McGrady anticipates, Bowen backs up. McGrady's off balance, and they get Nesterovic for the foul.
Bruce Bowen last year, all defensive first team for the first time. He was second team the 3 previous years, and as Tracy McGrady saw in the early going, he is relentless. Duncan with 12 points in 6 minutes of play in the third. McGrady with a very difficult shot over Devin Brown. On to the fourth quarter here at the Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. Rockets' last win over the Spurs, December of 2002, here in Houston. San Antonio has won the last 7 meetings, and the Spurs lead by 4.
Well, Houston has done everything that they could defensively and on the boards. They're holding their own there, 34-31 Spurs. They just can't seem to knock down a shot. 32%. Of course, this Spurs defense has done that to a lot of people, but we'll see if Houston can get anything going here offensively in the fourth quarter.
San Antonio going to the trap at the start of the quarter. Here's McGrady, beautifully done. Tracy McGrady penetrating to bring the Rockets within 2. In the backcourt, McGrady moves up front. On the front line with Taylor and Mutombo. Here's McGrady. Yes! Beautiful head fake on Ginobili. The game is tied at 58. Grady, he played now by Devin Brown. Grady with the step. Getting it to Yao Ming. What a play by Tracy McGrady.
Great penetration and then a nice finish by Yao up and over the outstretched arm of Tim Duncan, who, as you mentioned, already has 7 blocks tonight. Defensive-minded and tough. And although their offense has been atrocious tonight, they have gotten after it defensively.
Yao Ming on the follow. 74-66. The Rockets' all-time low. Well, that will be surpassed tonight as Patrick is able to hit off the steal, and it's a 6-point game.
It's very nearly intercepted by Houston.
Devin Brown 5 for 5 with the line. He now has 17 points.
85% free throw shooter.
And it looks like Greg Popovich is upset with Manu Ginobili. That's what that discussion was about.
Now, they did not get that play correct out of the timeout, and Popovich obviously upset with Manu.
Here's McGrady for 3. 35 seconds to go. They look to foul. And Brown continues to hit at the line. And the Spurs now lead by 7. Rockets looking for a quick shot. Bowen is all over McGrady. Foul is picked up. Yes. A potential 4-point play. Tracy McGrady from downtown. And Tim Duncan could not get out of the way. He's called for the foul.
Wow. What a shot by McGrady. You'll see the screen by Yao Ming, which forces Duncan to help, and he just draws the contact and somehow gets it to go. Incredible shot by T-Mac.
So McGrady to the line where he has hit on 3 of 3, looking for point number 27, and looking to complete a 4-point play.
Houston has to deny Devin Brown the ball. He's made 4 in a row now. Spurs will call a timeout to try to set something up, but it's now a 1-possession game. Amazing. Up and one. Now, the Spurs have 1 timeout left. They've brought Brent Berry into the game to shoot free throws, and they're going to try to get the ball to Devin Brown, who's 4 for 4 here.
All right, Barry inbounds into the backcourt. Use some time. Parker, Jason, by McGrady. Now Brown. And a foul. 16.2 to go in the fourth. And Barrett can't find anybody. They have no timeouts remaining. Finally gets it in to McGrady. McGrady over Bowen for 3. Yes! Yes! Tracy McGrady cuts it to a 2-point lead. And timeout taken by San Antonio. And that was close to another potential 4-point play. Bowen was all over McGrady. In the last 38 seconds, Houston has scored 14 points. They've outscored the Spurs 14-6. And this a moment ago.
Well, they almost didn't get the ball in, and now you've got the best defender in the game on McGrady. How does he hit this? Bowen not wanting to pick up the foul, and McGrady amazingly somehow gets it to go. It's a 2-point game.
Had a good job by Andre Barrett. They had no timeouts left, close to a 5-second count, but got the ball inbound, so 11.2 to go in this fourth quarter. San Antonio now clinging to a 2-point lead. They've led by as many as 11. Yao Ming on the inbounds, trying to make things difficult for Brent Barry. Gets it in. And then Brown lost it. Here comes McGrady. No timeouts remaining. McGrady for the win. Oh! 1.7 to go. San Antonio with no timeout. Here's Parker, and the Rockets steal a game from the Spurs. Tracy McGrady with an incredible performance down the stretch, including a 4-point play. Tracy McGrady with 33 points. San Antonio had won 7 straight against Houston, and it's all McGrady scoring the last 13 for the Rockets. 13 points in 33 seconds.
And he never had a doubt that he was going to pull up from 3 and go for the win, and why not? Unbelievable. All those people who left, Marv, they're driving home in their cars right now wondering, what were we thinking?
Well, we were wrapping it up for San Antonio,
but we had to stay.
An astounding finish. The Rockets pull it out. Let's go to Craig and Tracy McGrady.
Well, T-Mac, points were so hard to come by in this game. Suddenly you put up 13 in the past 45 seconds. What was going on out there?
Anything possible, get a shot up. And situations like that, the best player got to step up and try to make plays. And shots were falling for me at the end. I don't know how I got them off because Bruce Bowen is a pest on the defensive end. But, you know, my will just took over and was knocking down shots for me.
Down by double digits in the final minute. Was it the 4-point play that you made when Duncan fouled you on the 3 that made you feel, hey, we can actually win this thing?
You know what? That's what gave me confidence. When I knocked down that 4-point play, it gave me confidence to just do it again. Anytime I got the ball in my hand in any room that I got to get up a shot, I was going to let it go.
But still, you guys are so far behind. They had the ball a few seconds. They turn it over. How did you get the ball, and what were you thinking?
Well, we were supposed to just trap and go for it still. Unfortunately, fortunate enough the guy slipped. Ball came right to me, and the only thing I was thinking about, I didn't want to tie the game, so I was thinking about getting up with 3. Got it up. Ball game. I never been a part of anything like this, so you got to excuse me.
All right, well, I hope you get a chance to get to look at the replay, but that's why you're the NBA scoring champ.
I appreciate it, too.
Back to you, Marv.
Thank you, Craig. That was a gutsy shot